Right, last time we ended up looking at arrays. We did a sneak preview at arrays, a sneak peek at arrays. So today we want to look at the various categories that exist in arrays. So there are various ways of categorizing arrays. So we're just going to look at that. We can categorize arrays according to physical size. One. We can also categorize arrays according to memory size. And we can also categorize arrays according to nature of the physical size. Right? So there are three ways of categorizing arrays. We can categorize them according to the physical size, we can categorize them according to the memory size, and we can categorize them according to the nature of the physical size. So let's look at the first one. Right? We have got single dimensional arrays. That's the first one. Then we have multi-dimensional arrays. Copy this. Paste it here. Multi-dimensional arrays. This is how we categorize them in terms of physical size. So single-dimensional arrays, they've got just one row, one column. But multi-dimensional arrays, they have more than one array, more than one column, and more than one rows. So more than one row, more than one column. That's multi-dimensional arrays. It has several dimensions. Then single dimension is got only one dimension, which is one row, one column. Then in terms of memory size, we have normal arrays, and huge arrays. Normal arrays, they are in the range of 64 bits. 64 bits. So if the memory size of an array is more than 64 kilobytes, then it is considered as a huge array. But if it's below, if it's 64 kilobytes, it will be below. Then it's a normal array. Then if we go to the nature of the physical size, here we have static and dynamic. So static arrays, they cannot be, they are fixed in size. Even if the program is in execution, the size cannot be changed. But the opposite is true for dynamic arrays. In dynamic arrays, we can change the size of the array during the execution of the program. Right? So now we want to look at the properties of an array. Let's say here we have int. This is the int array. Int. Then we can call this array an array, right? Right? So let's say we want to declare an array of size 4. If we declare an array of size 4, it simply means this array has got 4 elements. The first element, which is also referred to as the lower bound of the array, it always starts at 0. And the last element of an array, which is the upper bound, it starts at the size of the array minus 1. So it ends at 3. Right? So if we want to assign values to our arrays, I'm going to start with the longer way. We just write the name of the array. Then you have to write the index. Index 0 is always the first element of the array. So let's say we want to assign the value 23. We do the same until we finish. Copy. Right. So this is 1, 2, 3. And you are done. Right. So this is another way of This is another way of assigning values to an array by using the exact element that we want. So let's write a for each loop. Remember the for each loop that we did in the last class. For each loop in my array. Right? Then we want to print everything that is in the array. Console dot write line. Then we want to print the array, so we print s. Right? So if we run this, the program is going to print everything. It's going to print everything in the array. Right? So as you can see, all the elements have been printed. Right? So we want to avoid using this method because it's long. What if we have an array that has got 100 elements? Are we going to write 100 lines of code? It's going to be difficult, right? So the best thing to do here is to use a loop. We definitely need to use a loop, right? Depending on the actual values that you really want to enter. That's why we use the loop. Right? Just going to use an example. Use the index I. When we go to index I, we're going to assign. So if we try to run this code, we are going to set it 0, 1, 2, 3, there's elements in it. Right. So depending on the nature of values that you want to assign to an array, right? You might want to assign using that way. Let's say the numbers, they are not in any order like this. It's 0, 1, 2, 3. Maybe you want a number that's where you will access using the exact index, the index of the array, right? We can also write my arrays a name. They can be of any data type, for example, string, right? String s, right? Equals to new string, right? And after doing this, I want to show you a technique. You can just insert the values that you can assign like this. Same. Mwanza, Vara, Taku, right? So in this format, we have declared an array. At the same time, we have assigned values to the elements of that array. That's what we did here. So now we want to print everything that is here. That's when you use your data type is string. So instead of that string, let's say small letter s in big letter s. Big letter s. Right. You want to avoid confusion. Because one also confuses that. Epsilon is 2. Right. Then also put right line. x. Right? So now we can take this. Same ones are. So we also have another type of array announcement, jagged arrays. So basically these are arrays. An array which contains another array is called a jagged array. Right? So whenever you see an array that will be contained within another array, you will see jagged array. Right? What else? What else? What else? So I think we are done. This is a brief introduction of array. So in the next video, we're going to be looking at the various ways that we can manipulate arrays. We will start with single dimensional arrays. That's what we're going to start.